Hello everyone and welcome back to the FTB spot. As you may have noticed, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently for the time being. I'm actually working on creative mode now, and I'm going to be cheating in a lot of the resources because I really want to do a lot more in-depth stuff for these tutorials. I don't want to just touch on the bare minimum. I want to really go into what everything can do, and to do that it takes a bit of time to set up, and I need a bit of time to get the resources together, so I'm just going to cheat these in because I just do not have the time to play the game and set up these tutorials and do all that. I just don't have the time. So we're going to be doing creative mode for a bit here at least, and on the more complicated stuff. This episode I'm going to go over the pipes. A couple people had said that they would like some tutorials on the pipes. They weren't familiar with them, I guess, and if anyone has played Tekkit before, a few things are different from Tekkit, but not a whole lot. You've probably come across them by now, or you can just go read the wiki, or you can just watch this video too. That would work. But if you have seen the pipes before, you don't want to watch me go through everything. I'm going through all the basics of the pipes today. So let's get started. To start off with, what you will need is, well, a whole lot of pipes. I'm going to go through how to build all these, but you also will need some redstone engines. To build a redstone To build a redstone engine, you need to have a piston, some wood gears, glass, and wood. Wood gears are simply just 4 sticks in such a formation. To make the piston, just as a review, this is a regular Minecraft piston. Now the different kind of pipes that you can have. First one I'm going to show you is cobble. To make the pipe, you just put 2 pieces of cobble and a piece of glass. Makes 8 cobble pipes. Stone pipe, same recipe except you're using smooth stone instead of cobble. Wood pipe, you use wood. Sandstone pipe, you're using sandstone. Obsidian, you get the idea. You also have iron, you have gold. Void pipes, which are a little bit different. You need an ink sac and redstone. And then the diamond pipe. They're pretty easy to craft, but they have a lot of different uses. Starting out, we're going to go through the cobblestone and the smooth stone pipes. Over here on the left you have the cobblestone pipes, and over here on the right you have the smooth stone pipes. Now to connect these together, you just place another pipe right next to it, and it connects very nicely. Now, ruining my floor. Now the thing about these is that they will not connect to each other. You cannot connect a smooth stone pipe and a cobblestone pipe together. And before, you had to use a different pipe, such as an iron pipe or one of the other pipes. A gold pipe would work. But now there's a new way to do it. You can use a sandstone pipe also to connect those two together. Now, the way pipes work, or what they're for, is transporting stuff to a new location automatically for you. And what a lot of people don't know is how to get it to work. Right now I have a chest with some bricks in it, but they're not traveling through this pipe. Now one of the things you need to pull those items out of something is a wooden pipe. But the wooden pipe won't just work automatically if you have it there. You have to power it, and that's where the redstone engines come in. I'm going to be using levers. Any type of redstone signal will work, as you know. So if we put a redstone engine there, and we flip that on, it's going to power this wooden pipe, and it will suck out a brick every time the engine comes all the way to the end here. It'll take another one, and there you go. Now these will go along this pipe and be deposited directly into the chest. You do not need a wood pipe to deposit, you only need a wood pipe to withdraw the items. And as you can see, those are going to start going up slowly there. Now one thing you should note is that you can actually have a wood pipe and use that to deposit an item. This can be helpful if you need to take something out of a chest and put something into a chest if you only have 1 block free. I did something like that in the watermill setup where I had a wooden pipe at the bottom of the watermill. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check that video out and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So once again, to take items out of a chest or machine, you do need the wood. Generally speaking, there are cases where you don't. I'll get into that. You do need the wood pipes. So I'll just let that run. And that's really the basics of those. Now, the next pipe I'm going to talk about is the gold pipe. Now, what the gold pipes do is they speed up things traveling through the pipes. So, set up here, I have my engines with the wood pipes to pull a whole ton of bricks out of these. Oh, I should mention one last thing on these wooden pipes is that the redstone engine will pull one at a time, and the Stirling engine, which replaced the old steam engine, will pull items 24 at a time in a stack of 24, and a combustion engine will pull out a whole stack at a time. Also, these wooden pipes do not connect to each other. You have to have cobblestone pipes in between them. Alright, now to the golden pipes. The golden pipes are different than what they used to be if you're used to the Tekkit pipes. And here's why. Right now they are in the off position. They are not receiving a redstone signal. I'm going to turn that on. It's going to pull the bricks out. And as soon as it hits these gold pipes, the items are going to speed up quite a bit, even if there's no redstone signal. The gold pipes do... How should I say this? The gold pipes work when there is no redstone signal. If there is a redstone signal, they will not work. So it's the opposite of what it used to be. It used to be that if there was a redstone signal, they would work. If there was not a redstone signal, they would not work. But now you just plunk the gold pipe down and it works just fine without any signal at all. But you know, that really come in handy in certain cases in the past there. Also, you do not need to have a pipe in between the wood and the gold. You can put the gold right there. I'm just doing this for illustrative purposes. Now I do have one row of smooth stone pipe and one row of cobblestone pipe because the gold pipes act differently with the different types of pipe. As you can see, the bricks are being pulled out exactly at the same time. But if you look down here, the farther we go, the bricks go faster for a longer period of time in the smooth stone pipe than into the cobblestone pipe. So if you're building long distances and you don't have a lot of gold pipes, or you don't want to spend a lot of the gold on the pipes, you should probably be using smooth stone. That way you can paste them, I'd say, about every 20 or so. The cobblestone pipes would need them about, I'm just kind of eyeballing this in, it's 18 long, so you're talking 12 to 15, and the smooth stone could probably use one every 20 or even a little bit less than that. But smooth stone is generally what we use in our Let's Mine and Ben's Let's Play, just because if we ever want to put the gold pipes in there, it's a little bit easier. You don't have to need as many gold pipes. Next pipe is the Obsidian pipe. Now the Obsidian pipe is basically a vacuum cleaner. It'll suck items in and send them along. Now I've noticed something about this. If the item, it pulls the item off the ground, it pulls it rather slowly. If the item drops onto the pipe, it pulls it a bit quicker. So that's kind of an interesting thing to note. It pulls it almost, depending on the speed, it's kind of close to a gold pipe, I think, actually. Not quite. So I guess it's better to drop it in there than it is to just let it get sucked up. I mean, normally it is going to get dropped in there, but now you can increase the range on this pipe. As you can see, if I just sling a bunch of stuff here, it's not picking up any of the bricks that are right next to it. It's only picking up the bricks that fall on the same block as the obsidian pipe. If you power it with a redstone engine, however, it's going to pick up, plunk a whole bunch around here again. When the engine comes all the way down, it will suck some of the bricks up. Now this is only going to work in a 1x1 area around the pipe, and I'm not sure that it would work next to the pipe in this case even. Yeah, well, looks like it may. And that's for the redstone pipe. Now if you use, this is a Stirling engine here, if you use the Stirling engine, you get a bit better range on this. As you can see, it's pulling from 2, it's pulling from 3, 4. So right about there for this one, for Stirling engine. And now the combustion engine. Oh, but one thing to note is that it's not going to pull on the side or over on the side. It's sort of a funnel pattern that it'll follow, so it won't pull anything behind the pipe itself. A combustion engine will pull even farther than that. It's supposed to pull even farther than that. It's pulls a lot faster than the Stirling engine. Takes them almost instantly. So if you need a little bit extra range, you can put these engines on your Obsidian pipe. The only thing that you need to remember is that combustion engines explode. Keep that in mind. Alright, next thing is, I did a little test here to see, go grab some extra bricks. I did a little test to see if the cobblestone or the regular stone pipe affected the speed of the bricks, and I did not notice anything about that. So whether you're doing cobblestone or regular stone, it seems that the speed of these things doesn't really get affected by that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I found. Alright, next thing we need to talk about, we're moving on to the next pipe, and I'm going to be using the Obsidian pipes just so that I can easily put some items into the system. Now the next pipe, I'm going to set up a little scenario here. Say you have a quarry, and you want everything from the quarry to be sucked into a chest. Alright, this is where the chest is going to be. Right here, this middle pipe is where I want it to go. You also have another pipe that you want to go into that same chest. Say this is a chest in your base, this is your quarry, and this is a chest somewhere else that you just want to dump junk and have it dumped into your base. Problem is that if you put a bunch of bricks in there and a bunch of bricks in here, they're not all going to exit in your base. They're going to exit wherever the heck they feel like it. So what we need in this case is a different pipe. Another problem that you might come across is if you're working in a tight space, which is what this is supposed to show, you have your main pipe here, but you have another output here. So you're gonna put a wood pipe out. You want your engine, and then you're gonna be smart about this, and you're not gonna put your smooth stone. You're gonna put your cobblestone so that it won't connect. But this wooden pipe is also connecting to it, so now you're gonna have an even bigger problem. And junk's just gonna fly everywhere. I mean, none went in there that time, but. So what you need to use in this case is the iron pipe. The iron pipe looks a little bit different, and what that does is it's a one-way pipe. It will only output in one direction. You can change it by using the wrench, and it's the BuildCraft wrench, not the other types of wrenches. This wrench, that wrench will do it, I guess. The Industrial Craft wrench will not, and the electric wrench, which is Industrial Craft, will not as well. But you can use one of these wrenches. To make these wrenches, you either need bronze or you need iron and a stone gear. Those are one of the wrenches that you need, and you can change the orientation. Now the solid side is where the items will not go. The open side is where they will go. So if we do this all over again and spam a bunch of bricks in here, they're all going to shoot out the middle where I want them. Iron pipes will never, if you notice while I was changing the orientation, they will never transport into a wood pipe. You cannot do it. It will not work. The other thing to mention about iron pipes is, as you can see, I have a cobblestone, smooth stone, obsidian. You can connect just about anything to an iron pipe. You can change the orientation with a wrench. You can also change orientation with a redstone signal, or a redstone signal pulse, I guess you could really call it, which is an interesting way to control where stuff goes, possibly. A few applications you could think of there. Next pipe we're going to talk about is the diamond pipe. The diamond pipe has a bunch of different colors on it. It normally looks, get rid of some of this junk. If you have no pipes connected to it, it just looks like, well, diamond pipe. If you start connecting pipes to it, the colors start appearing on the side where the pipe is. Each side has its own color. This is a filter pipe, and it also has an interface. So if you right-click on the diamond pipe, not this pipe here, the diamond pipe in the middle, it opens up your interface where you can put different items to filter them in a certain direction. The way this works, if you notice the colors, we have yellow, red, green, blue. Yellow, green, blue. Okay, yellow, red, green, blue. And I have something different in each of these slots. Iron is going to go to red, bricks are going to go to green. That is the goal here. So if I put a brick in here and an iron in there, iron went to red, bricks went to green. And that is exactly what we want to happen. Wood also, and glass. Wood will go to blue, and glass will pop out. I grabbed it right away so you didn't see that. Glass just pops out of the pipe because the glass is going in the yellow. It cannot turn around and go back the same direction. And there's also no other place to go. All these have a filter and they will only take that item. One thing to note when you're filling this, notice I have 50 glass here. It does not take any item to actually fill it, unlike how it used to be. It used to be that you actually had to put the item in there and you'd lose the item, which if you have a lot of stuff with diamonds in it could be kind of expensive. But this time around with the new updates, it won't actually take the item. You still have to build it, but it won't take it. Now if you take out one of these, if I take out the blue one here, so there's nothing in the blue one, and I throw, some glass, some iron, brick, wood, whatever. The iron all went to the iron, the brick all went to the brick, and everything else, because blue does not have a filter, went to the blue. So this is how a lot of people how a lot of people set up a filter system right now, since there are no red power filters, at least in the test pack. I think a lot of the other packs are getting the redstone now, red power and the red power machines, but for people who are still using the beta pack, this is really the only way to make a filter that I know. Well, I guess you could, I don't think you could use gates, really. This is probably really the only way you can make a filter right now is with the diamond pipes. They can come in handy. I've used them before and kind of done a lot with them. Alright, the last pipe that we are talking about is the void pipe. The void pipe has one purpose. It is to destroy whatever you put into it. It really is just designed to act like a lava pit when you just want to destroy items. You're sick of them, don't want them anymore. Except that it doesn't take as much CPU or processing power because it just kills them right away. It doesn't have to burn them. That's the only purpose of the void pipe. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is how to set machines up with this. It's one thing to know how the pipes work. It's another thing to actually use them with the different machines. There's 3 different categories that I'm going to talk about today. One is a chest, another is the industrial craft machinery, and the third is the thermal expansion machinery. First off, the chest. And what I'm going to do is take all these pipes and we're going to place them right, where's the wood one? There we go. Right next to the chest. Wood ones, as you know, will connect to the chest and they're needed to pull anything out of the chest. Cobblestone connects to a chest. The regular stone pipes connect to a chest. That is so you can put items into it, will not take it out. The sandstone will not connect to a chest or a machine. That it could be useful in a lot of cases. I could have used that and not had to use iron pipes. Another way to do that is actually to use iron pipes and then orientate them in such a way that it will only go in the direction that you want. You can't use that for a two-way pipe system, though, if you want two-way for some reason. But that's how we used to do it, but now you can use sandstone. The gold pipes will actually connect right into a chest, and testing that out, they actually do, just right into the chest. Void pipes also connect into a chest. I don't know why you would use that, because you need a wood pipe to take it out, but hey, it does. And Obsidian Pipes also connect directly to a chest if you want to do that. And that's the chest. Now, I'm going to grab a hunk of iron dust, and we're going to talk about the electric furnace. Oh, a little from my testing stage. The IC2 machines, Industrial Craft 2 that is, have 3 different sections of the machine. There's the top, there's the sides, and there's the bottom. And the way it works is the input here is the top, this input is the bottom, and this output is any of the sides, front or back. So, what do I mean exactly by that? If I put these pipes in such a way to put stuff into there, I put pipes running into the top. They will go in the correct spot that way. If you put pipes going into the bottom and have it suck in there, it's going to put the dust in the bottom of the pipe of the machine. So the only way to fill an Industrial Craft with the input is by having the pipe connected to the top. Now, the only way to take stuff out of a machine is not with any other pipe but a wood pipe. You have to have a powered wood pipe to take stuff out of these machines. Something to keep in mind if you're doing a lot of building or automated machinery. I did a solar panel factory once. So once again, if you hold on Shift, by the way, and click on it with the pipe, you can build it right on the side of the thing. It works on chests just as well. Regular right click, Shift right. Come on, don't make a liar out of me. Shift right click. I guess that doesn't work on a chest. That stinks. Works on the machinery though. And as you can see, if I put dust in the side, it'll run into the wrong slot. So keep that in mind. Input, which in this the case of the electric furnace here, my ore dust, I want to go in the top. The bottom is for the battery slot if you want to run it by batteries, and the side is for taking the output out. And that's the only way you can do it. I mean, you can use the front too, or the back, that's fine. So that's the Industrial Craft 2 machines. All of them work that way. The other type of machine we have is thermal expansion, which I am liking more and more the more I use them. I have a little bit different power system set up. That's all that is, just a power system. Now, as you remember from the last videos, these have a configuration. As you can see around the output section, it is orange, and on the side of the configuration, it also has one orange on the left side. The blue is the input section, and the blue is all on the other side. So, what is going to happen here? Here, I'm going to put a regular cobble. Notice that it's a cobble pipe, not a wooden pipe. Ooh. Let's cook that up. And it pulls it right out. It does not need the wooden pipe for the thermal expansion machines because you designate the output using this configuration panel, which is really nice. So you can actually input or output or send them both. Well, some of the machines have a byproduct slot, and you can have both the byproduct and the output go into the same the same output here. You can turn this off and have everything just fill up inside the machine itself. Once you send it, it'll go back out again. So that's real nice. You do not need wooden pipes with thermal expansion machines. You can just use your regular cobble. I can show you here. I have that. Used all my dust up. Alright, now the bottom I have set to blue, so I'm going to toss the dust in there, and it's going to run up and pulls it real fast. Fill up in the blue section. If I change that to the output, it's going to shoot out the output section. Very handy, these thermal expansion configurations. It'll let you make a lot of tight machinery. So that is the basics of the pipes. I don't think there's anything else for me to talk about with pipes as far as that goes. These are the transport pipes. I've not touched on conductive pipes or waterproof pipes. Waterproof pipes work sort of the same way, just wow, that is a lot of bricks. Waterproof pipes work sort of the same way, just that they're dealing with liquids instead of items. And one last thing I do need to mention, I don't think I mentioned it, was that the wood pipes cannot be powered by a conductive pipe. It doesn't even connect. It has to be powered directly by the engine itself. You can't use a conductive pipe or those new energy cables from the thermal expansion. You can't use those either. So this has been the FTB spot about the transport pipes. Hope it wasn't too long. Hope you guys learned something useful out of this, and I hope your machinery and your pipes are gonna start working the way you want them to. Let me know if you have any questions. I've been a little crunched for time and haven't been able to actually answer a lot of questions or requests or anything. I do try to read them. If someone asks a question, I'm sure other people will be happy to answer it. If I can't get to it, I will try to get to it, but lately I haven't been able to. Thank you all for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see some more. The videos will be coming out a little bit less frequently for the time being, but I'm still trying to get some out of there. And do give me any requests for videos that you need, anything you're having trouble with and would like me to go over for you. I love to get those. I do love to get those, and that's why I did the pipes, just because someone requested it. Thank you again, and goodbye.